Welcome to the University of Salford Open Day recorded sessions. This session is going to cover an introduction to Salford. So what we'll cover is an overview to the University of Salford and the existing postgraduate students, an introduction to postgraduate study and your options available with us, as well as travelling to Salford and the commuting spaces available to you here on campus. So our university is home to over 20,000 students studying across all postgraduate levels. We have 3 campuses, that is Peel Park, Frederick Road and Media City campus, and are situated 2 kilometres from Manchester city centre. We have excellent transportation links, which include a train station on campus, which is Salford Crescent, as well as fantastic bus networks that will take you into the city centre and Media City campus. You truly do get the best of both worlds in terms of location, having the whole of Salford as well as Manchester city centre at your fingertips. Our university aims to be aligned with industry, ensuring that we teach you what businesses need and getting you work ready once you graduate. So this is the average makeup of our postgraduate students. The average age on entry is 30 years of age, and 52% of our students are international. Of those, almost half of them study a business course, and almost 2/5 of them are studying a science course. So 53% of our students are female, and 68% of them come from Northwest. We do have up to 28% of students who are part-time, and we have over 19,500 students who are on a postgraduate taught degree. So we do have a very big community here at the University of Salford. So with all of that in mind, you're probably wondering now, why study a postgraduate degree? Well, all of these little points is why. You can get an increased employability. So within the first year of graduating, our students, 88% of them will be in graduate level employment. You also make a higher total career earning over your career lifetime. So you can earn on average £200,000 more over your whole entire career than you would with just an undergraduate degree. You can also specialise in your course and deepen your knowledge. So postgraduate courses are built to complement your current subject, and then you can become an expert in your field. So you can really hone in all those skills and employability skills that you've learned at undergraduate level and bring that into postgraduate level. However, if you didn't enjoy what you did at undergraduate level, or you're looking for something different, or you're coming back to university after having been in a career or in a job, and you're not sure if you want to continue down that path, or you can take a different path. We offer nearly 50 postgraduate taught courses for students holding any good honours, and you can go on to doing something different with that. We'd also love for you to return, so if you are a current University of Salford graduate, you get 20% loyalty discount off your tuition fees, and that doesn't have any time limit on that. So if you graduated 5 years ago, you're graduating this year, or you're graduating within the next few years, that is something that will still be applied to you automatically once you've been accepted for your course. So what can you study? You can either do a postgraduate taught or postgraduate research degree. Postgraduate taught degree is primarily a lecture and seminar-based subject, which can be identified by degree titles such as an MSc, an MA, PG Dip and PG Cert. So in layman's terms, that means Masters of Science, Masters of Arts, postgraduate diploma and postgraduate certificate. You can also do a single module. And a postgraduate research degree is predominantly centred around independent research study and personal development. So these are very field-orientated subjects where you go out and do the research. You won't be in a seminar or a lecture predominantly. So you will be out about doing your own research, and they can be identified as research titles such as an MPhil, so a Master's of Philosophy, an MRes, a PhD, things like that. So all of these different subjects and degree titles, for example, the postgraduate degree titles, you can see them all displayed there. All of the course breakdowns vary from type to type. So for example, full Masters, whether that's an MSc or an MA, so a Masters of Science or a Masters of Arts, they do differ because, for example, Masters is 180 credits. And if you're looking at doing full-time, it's a 12-month long degree for most of them. Whereas a PG Dip, for example, is 120 credits only. So postgraduate diploma is only 120 credits. and it's obviously a lot shorter as well. And this is because a master's, to make that 180 credits, means there's a 60 credit dissertational project at the end, whereas a postgraduate diploma won't have that, and that's how they vary. So it's always worth looking into how the courses vary. For a research degree, for example, an MRes is 2 years full-time, where you do your research, your fieldwork, and you write your thesis, but a PhD full-time would be 4 years. So again, it's always worth having a look how they differ and what kind of time commitments you're looking at providing. They all do come with the options of distance learning, part-time, full-time study, but again, you need to look at the course that you're specifically wanting and whether the options, the type of study you want to do, the level of study, and whether you want to do full-time, part-time, distant learning is available to that course. So with that in mind, thinking about what course you want to look for, want to do, so you need to consider why do you want to do masters or even a postgraduate research degree, so an MRes, an MPhil, PhD. Is it your passion? Are you looking to specialise? Are you looking for professional development, or is there a job that you'd love to do that you need this master's or research degree for? It's also always great to have a little think about what your final project this year is or was, or whether you're doing something if you're returning to study, whether there's a piece of work that you're doing currently within your career or in your job that you'd love to explore more at a master's level. Or you're looking at setting up your own business, or all these little things like looking at accreditations, experience, things like that that you might need, stuff that you need to consider when looking at for a master's or a postgraduate research degree. It's also a thing of keeping your options open after you graduate. If you want to keep learning, or you're thinking, oh, I'm not unsure of whether I want a career or whether I want to continue studying, it's always one of the things to keep exploring and having your options open. Again, as I mentioned before, it's well worth looking into flexible learning. Can you do it full-time, part-time, distant learning? Are you able to do alternative intakes? We do have a lot of alternative intakes, and I'll get to that in a moment, where you can sometimes do a January start date or a May, or different start dates for different things. So it's always worth having a look. It's not always that September start date for all courses. So it's really worth keeping your options open and having a sit down and think, why do I want to pursue the next level of study? So once you've had a thought, this gives you an overview of the application process. We do have a full video explaining the full process. So you do apply directly to the university for the majority of programs. You do one application with a specific personal statement. If you're a home student for postgraduate talk, you apply 4 weeks prior to the start date. It's roughly 9 weeks for international students, but do always check out the course. It might be that it needs to be longer. For postgraduate research, the latest you can apply is 6 weeks, and it's 11 weeks for international students. We always recommend applying as soon as you can because some of the courses do fill up really quickly. You can also do alternative start dates, as I mentioned before. So most of the courses for postgraduate talk start in September, but there are a good amount that start in January, June and such. And similar for postgraduate research, we have October, January and July as intake dates for you. Another thing to consider is the support we offer our students here at Salford. So this is an overview of all the support that you receive here at the university. We have Ask Us, who are a dedicated one-stop shop for things like disability, wellbeing, counselling, faith support, as well as finance advice, supporting carers and supporting students with children. We have Student Union, who have postgraduate specific societies as well, such as the Mature Students Society. We offer you library support for returning students as well as uni skills. So if you need advice or help on how to reference or how to write dissertation, things like that, they are there to support you. We also have a personal tutor that's assigned to you throughout your full postgraduate degree. We have on-campus security as well as doctor's surgery. So we have a GP within our Maxwell building that you are welcome to sign up to once you've been registered with us at the University of Salford. Now we'll move on to travelling to Salford, as well as I'll talk you through some of the spaces that we have here on campus. There are a few ways you can travel on commute to the University of Salford, which is by bus, by train, by tram, car and bike. As we are just over a mile from the city centre, you can walk. It's about a 20-minute walk. Or, of course, you can take the bus, which is about a 5-minute bus journey. The buses run every few minutes, and you can get the bus to the Crescent Road, which is right outside Peel Park and just on the doorstep of Frederick Road. campus. If you are travelling by train, the train stations you should look out for is Salford Crescent Station, which is perfectly placed, connecting both Frederick Road and Peel Park. And there are about 4 trains to Manchester Piccadilly and 5 trains to Manchester Victoria every hour. If you do want to travel to Media City campus, you can take the 350 bus by showing your student ID, and you can catch this at the Peel Park and Frederick Road bus stops. Alternatively, you can commute by tram, as there is a tram stop right outside of Media City campus. If you're coming by bike to the university, we have over 400 spaces across our campuses where you can store your bicycle. The majority of these spaces are secure shelters which can be accessed using your student ID card. The Transport for Greater Manchester have also developed a cycle hub at Media City, which offers membership-based smart card access and can accommodate up to 300 bicycles. If you are travelling by car, we have over 1,000 car park spaces across the campus. Annual and monthly parking permits are available to buy, or you can just pay as you go. If you do decide to drive to Media City, please make sure to check the parking guide for more information before you travel. So, on campus, we have commuter spaces, which are commuter hubs and common rooms, which are basically big chill-out spaces with comfortable seating for our commuting students. These would be Alison Beehive, Lady Hale first floor, and the refreshment room located within Clifford building. They all come with kitchenettes, fridges, microwaves, areas where you can study as well as just relax in between your lectures. We also have some learning spaces. So on the right hand side, you can see a bit of a screenshot of some of these areas. These are called the Cube, Beehive and Worker Bee, and they are collaborative study spaces ideal for group work. They all have charging points, so don't worry if you're going to run out of battery on your phone or laptop or whatnot. We also offer laptop loans. They're usually 1 week but can be extended. The Beehive additionally offers sealed off areas and pods for group work with access to a whiteboard and lockers. And the Cube additionally offers collaborative booths for group work and single pods that are bookable and seal off for individual study. So on campus, we also have a parent and child room to support your study if you are a parent. This room is located on the ground floor of the Clifford Whitworth Library and is bookable for students who may need to have their children with them while they study. So the room contains children's books, colouring books, and colourful posters to help keep children occupied while the parent studies. There also has a PC, a desk, projector, and whiteboard. So if you need to do any work along with it, it kind of has schoolwork to do, things like that, you can use this room to your leisure. But don't forget, you need to book it. So you can book it through the library website. So we do also have accommodation on site, which is John Lester and Eddie Coleman, with the start prices from £125 per week. And all of these prices include utility, content insurance, 24/7 staff on site, use of all on-site facilities such as gyms and social area, as well as high-speed Wi-Fi. Accommodation is managed and owned by specialist student accommodation provider Campus Living Villages, and all of the sites do contain specially adapted rooms for anyone with additional needs. If you do live here, we do have a Villager Life program, which is a popular free social calendar of events that you can attend. If you choose not to stay in student accommodation, Manchester Student Homes is our partnership. They vet landlords around Manchester and are perfect for student houses. They give you housing advice such as house hunting, deposits and contracts and much more. So this is kind of where you want to go if you have a group of friends or you don't want to live in accommodation but you'd like to live in a student house. We have a dedicated faith centre on campus that is open exclusively to student and staff regardless of your belief. We offer unique group worship and private prayer, as well as personal reflection, social activities, and pastoral support and relaxation. Our facilities can be accessed via your student ID cards, and the Faith Centre is currently open between 8:30 a.m. and 9:30 p.m. Monday to Friday for staff and students. To find out more, please go to our website and hit the search icon and type in Faith or Faith Centre, and it will provide you information and valuable resources to the staff who work there and the spaces we have available for you. Peel Park is right on the doorstep and is open to all students, staff and members of the public. You do get a lot of students in the summer having barbecues, studying outside, but also a lot of people walking their dogs and bringing their children, as there is a jungle gym on site. So if you are a parent who's studying at the University of Salford, please feel free to bring your child along to Peel Park. The Salford Museum is also on site and is free to everyone, with a mixture of painting, exhibitions and activities, which is fun for everyone. So whether you wish to stroll through yourself or bring your family, you can make it a lovely day during a rainy day in Manchester. In Media City, you have the quays right on your doorstep, so you can stroll along the canal, enjoy many activities that the quays have to offer, such as the Lowry Theatre, Imperial War Museum, or you can just sit down for a bite to eat. Thank you very much for listening to this recorded session. The course inquiries team are available at inquiries@salford.ac.uk, or you can give them a ring at 0161 295 4545.